Yeah, we back. Peace to Red Alert. We back to put in work. It's the Lab Chronicles, a next installment. I don't even know what number this is.
Number not
seven, I think.
Is it 7?
Yeah.
If it's 7, then it's godly. If it's 6, then we still get fixed.
Pretty
you know
sure
what it is already. It's yours truly, Slang Hugh, co-host alongside the co-host and co-brethrens.
Man like Finn, a.k.a. all these things.
Yeah, Father Finn. And SP Snooze, a.k.a. Snoozilla.
In the building.
Right here.
We here. It's the Lab Chronicles where the producers chop it up. We got... Truthfully, we ain't gonna lie to you guys. You might get a lot of run on because right now we going unstructured as possible today. This
Unstructured.
What they call it? The white folks call it off the cuff. We're going off the cuff today. And let's discuss some things. I don't know. What do you guys want to start with? Actually, before we start, the regular talk. What did you listen to on your way over here?
Randomly, I was just talking to Snooze. I watched a few murder beats interviews and stuff on
Seriously?
YouTube. So I've been trying to reverse engineer his type of beats. So I was actually listening to the album. I don't remember what the album's called, but it's Smoke Perp and Murder Beats.
Oh, okay, I've heard of it.
I think it's like something trap. The name is ironic. It's called Bless Your Trap. Smoke
Okay.
Perp.
That's actually a dope album title, though. Something Trap.
Yeah.
If you're a trap man, you go ahead. You can
And I
have that
wasn't
for free.
I was barely even like. I mean, I'm not to say that he's the worst rapper in the world, but I wasn't really listening to the lyrics. So just kind of taking in the beats.
I don't think I've ever heard Smoke Perp rap.
I will have to co-sign on that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think I have until today, to be honest.
But it wasn't terrible. It was just
No.
it
I was
good?
more
You enjoyed
listening
it?
to the beats. I enjoy trap beats because I know what goes into making them. So I'm just kind of like, just like when I go to a party as a DJ, I can't listen to the music as a regular patron anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Snooze.
I was listening to Blue and Oh No.
Scene.
I still
What's the name
haven't
of
taken
that?
that in yet.
A long Los Angeles night. Something like that. It's got a long title.
We're terrible with album titles.
Keep
Horrible.
Let's
But,
Keep forgetting to
clear.
take that one in.
that
I have to
album.
into it. It's dope.
I'm telling you.
Man, Blue
I'm
and
telling
No. It's always been a good combo, though.
Blue can spit. There's no... Ever since Below the Heavens, like, he's always been somebody I've been trying to keep track with. And Below the Heavens was, like, one of my personal recent favorite. It's not even recent. I think it's almost 10 years now. But,
Damn.
yeah, that's it. But that album I thought was crazy because the beats and rhymes mesh like that. But that Blue and Oh No,
Dope.
man. Because Oh No's dangerous as it is, and which made me remind me. So when I leave here, I'll be listening to some of the old Gangrene stuff, which was Oh No and Alchemist. Now I don't know if you guys listened to that back in the day, but I
definitely did.
I have to go back for that and take that one in. But yeah, definitely the Blue and Oh No joint. It is top to bottom good music, and it's also a concept album, which you don't really get.
Scene. What's the concept? If you don't mind me
The title of the album, that is exactly. It is exactly that. It transpires one late night,
Scene.
early morning in LA. The whole track, the whole album.
I might have to take that from you
man.
before we leave here to listen to on the way home as well.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Snooze approved.
Scene.
I was listening to our Oath review today, the album review on the way here. I didn't even get to finish listening to it, so don't judge me.
Well,
but I'm gonna
truthfully,
go
you
off
should
memory.
have taken in the album in life.
Yeah, definitely. It's
By
definitely
now,
stable.
but
It's a stable, but
listening to it with older
ears.
ears,
Yeah.
newer ears, however you want to frame it, is a good thing to do as well.
You know what, Bonnet? We already just might as well take the segue wave and
Yeah,
go right
man.
into it. So we have a segment called The Oath that's over all the hype, where we do an album review of something that didn't just come out yesterday and people are calling it a classic in 24 hours. We're talking about certified good music over time. The Oath, where we swear not to get caught up in it. This week, we're going to do Pete Rock and C.L. Smooth, legendary, main in Gradient.
I think this made the sophomore list, top 5 sophomore
Yes,
list.
it was
Yeah,
definitely
probably
on
did.
mine.
Yeah, they probably did.
It was definitely on mine.
Very, very heavy album. Very heavy. But talk to me, fellas. You
So-
guys been listening to it recently. I know both of you have been listening to it recently.
I have a better appreciation for the way Pete Rock manipulated those samples on that album
It's very true.
with my ears now. Knowing what he used to make it,
Yeah, that's the thing. I was thinking about.
like those type of constraints are like right now, like the stuff that he was doing with the limited sample time
Yeah.
is crazy.
That's exactly what I was
Is
thinking the whole time. I'm listening to it.
crazy. Because like for us right now, you got unlimited hard drive space, gajillion beat packs, sample packs, different even methods of getting those things into your DAW. But this is one man with the disc
Yeah.
going in there, chop, 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 chop. Crazy, just on a technical aspect. But from when I went back into it, I forgot how smooth that album runs from top to bottom.
Yeah.
From the intro.
Yeah, it's a fact.
And he's, I feel like I can't think of anybody else that would play like, you know how like the song would finish and there'll be like another beat that plays for like
Yes.
10 seconds and then like
He started that?
I don't
Did
know.
he say that?
I don't know if he
I'll give it
started
to
it,
him.
but I'm gonna give it to him because he's the one who
I
made
think-
it.
Yeah, he definitely made it popular.
Yes,
Yeah, definitely.
that is something
Who
that
else does it? I mean, who else has done it before him? Or who
I
else
can't
does it,
think.
period?
I'm sure people put beats in the middle
No,
nowadays.
I've heard people do it since that, but
Yeah.
like,
prior to that, I don't
I'm
know.
sure
I
that's
can't
like
remember.
paying
But it sounds like
homage.
something like Prince Paul and De La Soul.
So
might do.
Stetsasonic
Yeah.
back in
Somebody,
there.
yeah.
Like if you dig further enough, you
You
probably
find a man. That
Maybe.
But we're giving it to Pete Rock. It doesn't
giving-
matter.
there you go,
We're giving it to Pete Rock.
Why
There you
not?
go.
Another thing I noticed was I forgot that people used to always do 3 verses.
Yeah,
So it's like when the third verse comes, every song I'm surprised. I'm like, oh shit.
And it's
so-
all-
There are
long,
some
but
songs
it's-
with a fourth.
yeah.
But that's the beauty of it too, because there's 3 verse, 4 verse, 5 verse when it's a posse cut,
Yeah.
songs on there, and it doesn't feel like that.
It's because
To
the
be honest,
MCs sound different.
It did. I'm not gonna lie. It did sound longer. Like my
I
attention
felt like the
span.
album was long.
Yeah, my attention span is not what it used to be because
That's a
I'm more
fact.
used to 2 verses.
That's
And to be honest, I kind of think 2 verses is better.
Seriously?
Yeah, I kind
But
of.
I
I don't think it's here.
But
or
it's
not,
one of
but
those. It's one of
get
those
it.
things where music, like, I only know this because the current stuff that I've been sampling, they're shorter songs. Like, if you hit maybe 3 minutes in a song back then, that's over. But the reason why their songs were shorter because they had to do it in one take.
That's a fact.
So like, you didn't have long songs.
That's true.
Yeah.
But now so we went from short songs to longer songs, and now you're back to shorter songs because people want to move on to the next thing. They don't, whether
don't
it's
wanna
good or
waste
bad.
time. Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
I think like the most recent individual song classic, and I normally wouldn't say this, is the Travis Scott Drake Sicko Mode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were able to make a classic by taking 3 songs into one song,
Yeah.
and they all go, every single one of
I
them.
just think that unless it's a conceptual song or there's actually 3 artists on it, or at least 2 artists, 3 verses is like. Unless, like I said, unless you're saying something specific, telling a story.
Yeah, that's
I
what I,
don't
was saying.
need
It's
3
neither here nor
verses
there
for me.
Because once you put that into it, then I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Because it does depend on the topic and where you're going with it and what's going on in the
Exactly,
song.
yeah.
If you're just rappity rapping,
Yeah.
2 verses.
Yeah,
Few
even
rap.
if it's like 1 verse, a feature.
1 verse. Exactly.
No,
That's what I was
one
gonna
verse.
say.
Yeah, that too. With that 1 verse, the feature, and then the main artist brings it back for his second verse.
Yeah.
I can live with that. But
That's
like
not bad either.
3 verses
From
every
one part?
song.
Nah.
No. You can't do that nowadays.
And not
the
to say-
structure is not.
Not to say that it got drawn out for this because I'm already used to this album, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe that's why I didn't mind it, because I'm used to it, and as I'm listening to it, of course, I'm enjoying the nostalgia of it.
Yeah.
So I'm caught up in the man. This sounds just as good as it did back when I listened to it last.
That's the thing. Like, one thing that also stood out to me when I was listening to it again is how many cuts were for the hook. You know, like there's not many hooks on this album.
Enough cuts. I took that in too.
Yeah, there's not many hooks that like Pete Rock is or CL is like actually spitting bars or anything for the hook. It's all like I Get Physical. It was like a sample, the BDK sample.
Yeah.
You know, like almost every track was something, and that's something that if someone were to ask me, I would say off the top only Primo did for like a whole album.
Me and you both. That's kind of what the surprise was. For
Like
me
I was
too.
like,
but a lot of people were doing that. Then it's just that again, just like we're saying with the interlude, the beat at the end of the song with P Rock, we're giving it to him. We gave that to
Primo.
Yeah.
That was Primo's
That was the
thing.
signature.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't remember either, that Pete Rock rapped a lot on this album.
That's the next thing I didn't remember either. And he was, you know what? Another thing I really realized is CL Smooth's underrated, man.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
underrated. Yeah.
He's very unique. He doesn't sound like nobody sounds like him, and he doesn't sound like
You know what I
anybody that I can think
found? Just in because I don't want to hear nothing from you for this one, Slang.
Oh boy.
Because I'm not a rapper. So what I hear in his rapping, he takes a lot of spoken word elements.
Yes!
Because the way his structure is in terms
Yes.
of the way he puts his verses together, you don't get A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B at all. Like, I've heard songs and I'm like, yo, that shit is a non sequitur. Like, that, it is totally A, B, A, X. What? You know what I mean? I'm like, but it works. It works throughout the whole
I
song.
definitely appreciate him way more now because because of what you just said back in the day, I think I missed a lot of what he was
Oh,
saying.
for sure.
And now I'm like, oh, damn.
You know who it
For
actually
real?
reminds me of? And
year did
it's a
this come
weird
out?
comparison. CL Smooth reminded me of early Raekwon. And just in the way
I
they
can see where you're going. I
where
see
they
what you're
piece
saying.
together their verses. Because like Raekwon would spit, but it's not like, and this
they
may
have
sound odd, it
very-
made me sound weird, but they're not like punchline rappers whatsoever. You know what I mean? So the way they structure their verse, it's not like you could go out and I don't know many people who could go back and repeat word for word many
Exactly.
Raekwon verses
Exactly.
the same way anybody else in the Wu. Like most people, they will say, you hear that verse, you're like, okay, I'm going in, I could do the verse from top to bottom. But the way Ray would structure his verses, not many people could do that. And the same thing I find with CL. Like when I listen to the album, like I know the words, but I couldn't.
You can't really
If a man said
recollect it.
$1,000, give me a verse, I could give them nothing. I'll walk away broke. I have
It is
nothing for that.
It's the poetry element of what he's saying. He's very poetic. I appreciate that way more listening to it nowadays than I did when I was listening to it as a kid.
Yeah.
So what would you say, like, what's your favorite song off of there?
Oh, I see. You're making me.
You
look
know,
up
Straight
names.
Goods, my two favorite songs go back to back. And I'm trying to I try and figure out which one I like more, but I don't think I can do that. So the first one is I Get Physical.
It's a big tune.
And like that one as a song I love, but what's the track that comes right after
Sun won't come out.
that beat is my favorite beat on this album.
That one is hard still.
That beat, like everything about it, the way things are layered, the way the samples that come in, like even the choice of the vocal sample as the hook, I'm like, that is my bar none favorite track outside of.
I just wanted to hear it. Yeah, it's tough with him. That's why I do it for myself. It's tough.
And you know, and they reminisce. I'm not including that.
Yeah,
That's not on that album.
it isn't.
That was the other one, right?
That's the first
First
album.
album. Yeah.
Mike and the Soul Brother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this album,
Yeah.
problems.
For me, it's I Gotta Love. That's probably my favorite.
You know what?
Overall song.
My problem with that, and it's because of the sample.
Yes, I hear that.
Because of that, I don't enjoy it as much, even though I know the way he worked the sample
He's
was
better.
very good.
And it just takes me back though. That's like the sound of that time for me. Like I feel like I'm in the summer. That time there. And I'm hearing that song beat through somebody's speaker and their speaker box. But yeah, that's my tune. And I also runner up Worldwide.
Oh,
I
okay.
really like that tune.
Is that the one with I&I?
Yeah.
I know, and I think
Pete Rock.
yeah.
Pete Rock raps on it too.
Doesn't Thing rap on it too?
Who?
Heavy D, no?
No,
I heard his voice on there.
No, Heavy D's not on this album. I
He's
guess
not on this album?
I think it's I.
Okay.
Mine is easily, you guys are seated on my story, Carmel City. That beat, and the way he's like singing on it, that's the most, that one. That's my favorite.
I'm telling you, the first half of this album, like if they pulled a modern day 7 album thing from top, you take them first 7 songs.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
you're good
classic.
to go. That's
God.
insane.
But you gotta throw
Take
Take You There on there though. Take You There is definitely gotta get.
Yeah, but
get
I
on.
mean, like, this is it. I mean, like, if I was like, evil executive, and I'm saying you got 15 songs, all right, I'm taking the top 7 from when you hit play. I'll be like, cool.
But back then, it wasn't nothing to do this long of a project.
I would say 12 for this project. I would say a
10
good
to
solid 12 would be. Because 12 is still not a lot, even for nowadays. Like a lot of people are doing EPs, but you'll still get an album with like 12 joints.
That's right on the borderline.
Yeah,
I like, depending on how long the songs, I think 12 is perfect because I always think of music as a commute. So, like, if I'm getting from A to B, I want to rock out to an album.
Yeah.
I need an album to get me there.
That's a fair.
That's usually how I I base it.
Okay, so now that you've listened to this over again, what would you rate this album, say, out of 5?
4.5.
I was gonna say even on the way over here, I was saying 4.5.
I'd say 4.
Close.
I'd say 4 because I'm not. To be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of Pete Rock's rapping.
But in a way, I remember it worse than it was.
I remember it better than it was.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I remember
This
it better.
is a perfect segue, but maybe we could do a more deeper dive later. Best producer rapper,
Best producer rapper.
because there's a lot.
Yeah,
There
well,
you
I
go.
might have to go with my. I might have to throw.
You're saying we're just
my
gonna call
guy
that
in
the
there.
top 5 today?
I don't know if I'm ready for that,
I think
but
we should.
Hey, we're following the vibe. That's
All right,
what it is. The Segway wave is
Top
taking us
5
to
producer
top 5.
rapper.
Dilla. So I'm gonna drop Dilla right now.
Dilla's your number
Number one, because like if like back in the days when you used to buy a
Top
toy and they
5
used to have the
rapper
power
producers.
graph at the back to see what their strengths are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His beat is on 12.
Dilla's
so
up
like
there.
yeah, but I mean, as far his beats far surpass his raps.
by far.
Yeah,
But the
that's no
thing
question.
is,
but he makes good music. Like
Yeah.
they match.
that's
Yeah.
exactly it. It's not like he's spitting a certain thing, but he spits what he needs to on those beats perfectly.
Yeah.
So that's my. Now you guys can go.
No,
I got a
no.
couple in the tuck.
Oh, no,
I got a couple in the tuck. I'm ready for y'all.
no,
I
no.
ain't scared of you.
I
bitches.
would
kill
go. My
Biggest lodge.
first one would be Havoc.
Okay.
I
Can't
knew you.
argue that.
I'm-
Can't argue
I
that.
have to put Havoc.
Havoc,
Havoc
Yeah,
is-
can't argue that.
because some
can't
of those
argue that.
verses on Infamous are some of his verses are better than
Than
P's verses.
Prodigy.
are.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt to that. Like
That's
I
a
don't.
fact.
I don't even. When Infamous came out, I didn't. I was like, yo, this might be sacrilegious to say, but I was like, yo, Prodigy. This guy's doing all the work. You gotta watch this, man. So, but I think that's part of the reason why his rhymes went
Were
that
so
far
good? Yeah,
because
yeah,
he's like, yo, this guy's making the beats and rhyming.
Yeah.
I have to do this.
Yeah.
That's just my take on it. But
Prodigy, he had a vibe.
He's
though,
another
so
one that's
he's
on
had a
that
vibe.
spoken word type of like
Prodigy, yeah.
unorthodox,
Yeah,
like,
that's true. That's
sometimes the lines just don't rhyme, but it just sounds dope.
He's just talking sometimes. For me, honestly, Kanye.
Yeah, he's obviously
Kanye's
going to be
like-
on my list.
yeah,
If not, and he's one of the best rappers out of those rapper producers. Not that he ever wrote his own shit, but when he
Yeah,
does it,
it
sounds. He's one of the better sounding ones.
My personal bias prevented me from
It's
dropping that
tough,
first.
Freddie,
It was, but you have to give the man his
You have
flowers.
to
Like,
give him his
but
little- I'll give him
I'm not
the
gonna
rose
talk
petal.
anymore about it. He done.
Yeah,
So you
listen,
said that. That's done.
7-year ban is back on.
Back on. And shout out to Shell Rock. I'm gonna take his.
Oh.
Number 2,
Oh,
Diamond D.
oh yeah, yeah. That's
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't even have to say much about that
That's a
because
good one, that's a good
even he has a new project that's coming out, and I'll be there first day. Dime Piece 2.
Yeah.
I'm on it. Don't worry about that.
I haven't heard Diamond Z stuff in a minute.
Donkey years.
Yeah.
That's what I
You
would
should take it in.
Like
Like
the
his
first album, or maybe not. I haven't listened to him. No, I listened to his second album too.
You should take in Dime Piece because he has a song with Pharaoh on that album that
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you.
Diamond D and Pharaoh.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
There's
Interesting.
heaters.
Snooze is like the insider on all the releases. Yeah.
You know
How
why?
you getting
Because
all
I
this
spend a
info?
lot of times commuting, and when you do that,
you have a lot of time to listen to music.
you have to. Because I'm like 1 year was like straight books, 1 year was straight videos.
Yeah.
Back on the music thing. So
I think I just found the number one consensus top one
Best
in
rapper producer.
Yeah.
All time. You're saying the
Yeah,
GOAT.
yeah.
that's a
better
bold
be good,
proclamation
yeah.
on the
It
chat
is.
too.
It's better
It
be
might-
good, buddy.
I don't think you guys can argue.
Okay.
Q-Tip.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
I can't think of anyone better
Shots. Yeah.
that does both.
You hit that one for 6.
Yeah.
I can't lie to you. You made me all forget who I had somebody in my head.
Yeah,
but
that's a
yeah.
uh-huh.
I'm
Now
trying to
you made me
think.
want to challenge it.
I'm trying to think.
I got more in the top.
Anyway,
More
you
in the
know
top.
me. I got to rep home, and I got to say
Socrates.
socks.
I know.
Socrates.
Oh yeah,
You,
you up
Yeah,
there?
it's a
Hey,
must.
there's-
It's a must. I have to say.
there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong
I have to
with
say it.
doing
Socrates.
something like that.
And he's also one of the better rappers in,
Yeah.
in this group.
yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Definitely.
What you got?
I'm debating whether I should give another Coast some love because
Think long, play wrong.
Nah, I'm gonna go back to Detroit. I'm gonna actually say Black Milk.
See,
His discography. I was at first I didn't give him his props because I was like it was just my Detroit bias.
Yeah.
But from Tronic all the way to Random Acts and all that type of stuff, he could actually spit and the production's crazy. So
Yeah,
Black
for
Milk.
sure. He's definitely on that.
can't
He's
argue.
definitely high on that list for me too. I would put him there as far as being able to do both at a high level.
Top five.
Where we at? This is my third.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with young Jermaine Cole.
You pulled that out.
My starting five is gonna be heavy.
This guy's he lied when he wasn't ready for this. He was trying to play it cool.
Bro,
Yeah, this
I'm a retired rapper and producer, so I gotta
It was
I gotta watch my
Inception the
peers.
whole time he planted
He's
this.
incepted. He's like 6 levels deep, guy.
See, okay, J. Cole. Yeah, I gotta go legend producer. And I seem to be picking these guys that don't write their own shit.
Dre.
Dr. Dre. But hey, man.
Hey, man, as long as you
don't
recite
talk about
it.
if another legendary non-writer and maybe non-producer who gets credit once said, "Don't watch if I write rhymes. I
I write
write
checks.
Real
Yes,
shit.
yes, because I would use him too. 'cause
He was next.
he would be next on
At
that
least he
type of
has
stuff.
the credits.
Now, I don't know if this person has produced enough to be considered in the same category. I would say Pharoah Monch. I don't know if he has enough
I think you can say
production.
that.
What is he? I just don't know at all.
He did Simon Says, so
And he definitely
did he?
does
Yeah.
production at least once every album.
Well,
Yeah.
well, that's his biggest song, and if he produced it, then
And that's a big
hats
song.
off to him. So I guess I'm not even gonna put Pete Rock. We already kind of discussed it
Yeah, you can't, no. You can't, no.
because I'm not a fan of his
It'd
raps
be
either.
hypocritical at this point.
So I'm gonna go. Is it my turn?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
This is the fourth one.
God damn.
I'm gonna go with Eric Sermon.
Hell, man.
EPMD.
I got my shot. Oh, I gotta think.
Yeah, I'll go with Eric
Sermon,
Sermon.
okay.
yeah.
That's a good shot, man.
Okay.
That's definitely the Green Eyed Bandit. Like when they broke
struggling.
up, I think almost everybody said Parrish was going to win, career wise.
Yeah.
Not me.
Well,
Actually, no.
Yeah,
no,
because
I-
Parrish.
yeah.
Yeah, because Parrish he took Das Effects with him, right? And
Yeah,
all
but he
that type of-
didn't have Redman.
He didn't. Well, that's my shot.
It's not your turn yet.
Yeah,
But,
don't worry.
okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I could teeth it.
No teeth, buddy. No teeth.
I'm kind of struggling for my
I'm a
last
little
one.
stuck here. We're number 4, right?
Yeah.
No, this
is your fourth.
This is
yeah.
my 4th. And I'm Stalin, like the leader.
Fuck it, I'm just, yeah. P. Diddy, man. Puff Daddy, baby.
Pete
You have.
Dizzle.
I'm actually surprised.
Nobody writes on my list, bro.
Yeah, I am
Writers
Top
don't
five
get on my
non-writers.
list, bro. That's the
I am
rules.
actually top. I am surprised at your top 5 because
It's not like I left you guys taking every
when we go shot for shot, you can't say that's all that's left, but it was on your mind. But I'm actually surprised because the amount of radio-friendly producer rappers
Cats.
in your list is surprising.
Well, the truth of the matter is, I would have picked J Dilla. I would have picked
Havoc. Like if we're picking my only top 5, I'm trying to give different ones than you, if I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More so. But most of the guys in your guys' list would actually be.
Yeah, they're gonna
And I'm
overlap.
talking about guys that can rap and produce well in my head. That's the way I'm thinking about it.
They're gonna overlap, of
Yeah,
course.
which is why Kanye's on the
'Cause,
list for sure.
yeah.
Because I always thought Kanye was like
Yeah, Kanye would have been on
one
my
of the
list.
best rappers.
Yeah.
Dilla would have
that
been on
could
my
produce
list.
from top. Yeah.
That
But
was-
yeah, you're right. It is chart friendly. Billboard selector.
So your last one.
I'm at odds. I feel I should go West Coast. And don't hate me if I'm drawing for one of your mans. I was going to say DJ Quick, but I'm not versed enough in his stuff to say that.
He's a damn good producer though.
And all that type of stuff.
There's a couple guys in the West Coast you
Yeah,
can go
that's
with.
a fact.
That,
That's
you know,
close
like
to the
I'm just,
submission.
you know, like Daz. Like, Daz is...
Daz is up there, dude.
Yeah.
Daz
sure.
Dillinger is definitely up there.
I totally didn't even think of that as
You know what I mean? Like, it is...
Warren G, them
The-
kind
the-
of
yeah,
money.
man.
One there. They're up there.
Yeah, so since we stole all these ones from Slang already, I'm
Yeah.
going to then reach in again
jeez.
and
6th level.
hit you with Redman. But since he already said that one...
You said Redman, Daz, like how many top
Yeah,
five
What?
you have?
What? I'm
Yes,
trying to get.
taking out
I'm trying to
every
get some footnotes.
last minute
But my last one would honestly be my last pick. Would be Extra P, Large Professor.
See.
You just had 3, bro. You're just down to
No,
7.
those
you
was
said one of his, that's what's good.
that was the conversation.
Yeah, it was the lead up.
It was a conversation. That was
No,
conversing.
none of those are mine. Still.
Okay.
That was my conversation. But my pick would be Large Professor because
Okay.
only recently I went back and
And he could rap.
yeah, it's like
And he produced pretty much all of Main Source's first
Right.
album.
Yeah.
But a lot of people thought it was the DJ.
yeah,
but-
fuck those two
Yeah.
DJs,
Oh,
self mission.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, Large Professor.
Large Professor. Yeah.
Shout out K-Cut.
Yeah, K-Cut. You have to beat him up. See?
Of
But
course.
my
He's a good
last,
producer too, in his
yeah,
own right.
for sure. My last one, I'm gonna go to Detroit, and I'm gonna go for Slim Shady.
He never liked his beats.
He's
Like,
a
never.
rapping ass, rapping
Never. I can't. Oh, maybe. And I never really. It's not the beat. It's the one with him and Jay. It wasn't the beat.
Renegade?
Renegade.
I actually like that beat a lot.
I didn't love the beat. I loved
actually-
everything about
This
the
may
song.
sound blasphemous, but I actually thought Renegade was one of the worst songs on that album.
That's what beat wise, especially
yeah,
to me.
like
to me too. But the song, like I enjoyed the lyrical
yeah,
jousting.
yeah,
So to speak.
But then again, I'm a Jay fan, so I never saw the big deal between. I didn't see a discrepancy in the level of their verses the way other people did. But I'm not a rapper. Like I didn't. When I listened to it, I'm like, I didn't think one that verse was so much better than Jay's verse. Or
It's
whatever.
a re-listen. It's kind of like Nas and AZ. When you first hear it,
Life's a Bitch.
Life's a Bitch.
Yeah.
Your AZ sounds so good.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with Eminem. Eminem hits the pockets off your ear, but when you listen to what they're saying and the pockets, it's a different story.
Yeah.
For some. Can't speak for everybody. But that's a good pick. My last pick, shit. I had it and I talked myself out of it. My last pick.
Who's on the radio?
Oh, the left field. I'm going to give you guys a left field. The man them from 3-6 Mafia.
Juicy J.
Juicy J.
Oscar award winning.
Award. Hey, you can't front on that.
No, you can't.
Can't front on that. 3-6 Mafia, man them. Oh,
Yeah,
this guy
Juicy
do.
J.
Yeah, I never
For
liked
sure.
the rapping, I can't lie. But they can make a beat.
Oh, those beats.
They can make a beat. And they sound good on their beats.
Stay Fly. Like that's like one of my favorite beats of all
Yeah,
time.
I used to like Project Pat, though.
Project
Yeah.
Pata.
Yeah.
Making
Oh, my
dime
God.
pizzas.
Oh, Project Pat. It used to make me laugh. Like it was,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There was a time where I used to listen to that shit just because the beats, for sure.
Yeah, those
I was
beats were
driving
great.
around
I
to
can't
that.
believe I forgot my
This guy
mind.
has about a 70
Because-
million honorable mentions.
But the thing is, because every time we talk about something, I forget. And I was just talking to Finn about this earlier. My man, no eyebrow himself, Manny, fresh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but he's the shittiest rapper on the list.
Terrible.
But he is very good at what he does on his beats.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
You
he's
know what I
not.
mean? Like,
Definitely.
No, he's not. His
But he's not making my list.
His
That-
lyrics
You didn't
are
like
whack.
his beats?
His
I didn't
lyrics
like
are
a
whack.
lot of his beats.
No, I like
but
his beats.
I wasn't into that.
But
I wasn't into those guys.
he's not a good
I
rapper
appreciate it.
producer.
Not at all.
He's
not
a good
rapper.
producer.
Who happens
That's
to
like
rap.
Timberland. That's why I didn't put Timberland on the list, because his raps is like, no.
That's true.
Not-
but
I'm not
Puffy's
with it.
raps aren't the greatest.
Yeah, they were. He had some good
lines
Yeah,
memorable,
when
yeah,
other
yeah,
men are writing 50 and Nas are writing this shit.
Pharaoh wrote
There's a lot of
something.
people could have
Pharaoh, I
put
can
though.
imagine that Pharaoh wrote some of
Pharaoh
P.
wrote-
Diddy's
what was
verses.
So did Royce
Royce,
5'9".
the 5'9" is writing P. Diddy verses. That's a talented pen right there.
Yo, we missed enough people still. The list
Yeah,
that was
that's
that was actually an easier list than
That's
mine.
why I had to come with my anecdotes, man.
No,
because-
One you probably missed that you probably wish you didn't miss. Doom.
Damn you!
Who?
MF Doom.
Yeah. I'm Madlib too, you could say.
Yeah, Madlib too.
Yeah. I was going to say Madlib, but
You
I
know
forgot.
what? Given enough time, but you're 100% right. I would almost trade in my whole list for those two.
Doom's up there. Oh, don't kill.
No, straight goods. Like
Yeah.
if you know, like how they have the NBA redraft. If I had a redraft, I would. Doom's work on Mad Villainy alone would make me go that. And if you like Born Like This, all of his albums, Special Herbs,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And you could even, because Doom, even as Doom, you got Victor Vaughn. You got like all his aliases as well. You got a
And there's a lot of production.
as I say in the
lot
office,
of work.
a plethora of stuff to work with. There.
But that's what happens, man. You're coming off the cuff.
That's what I'm saying.
with
These
the
top five, like, they'll change
Like,
tomorrow.
Malleable.
it changed before we finished the topic. That's
exactly.
disgusting.
Changes while we're doing the topic.
That happens
That's
already
crazy.
It's a fact.
every week for me.
That's
it.
crazy.
That's the
crazy.
top 5 we had for this week. Top five. Yeah, I was gonna. We were talking about this earlier. I don't know if any of you guys didn't catch. You didn't catch the Buju.
No, I didn't
concert.
catch the Blue Jays.
You didn't catch it either. Spin.
I
Not
caught
the live
pieces of it. I never got it. Like, I didn't even know that you could watch the whole thing.
They had it everywhere, man. People were
Oh, just like,
streaming and
yeah,
sharing
people
it
on people's
everywhere.
lives, yeah. But I thought, like,
Not even that. They had like tap-ins. I guess you want to say it was leaked pretty much everywhere. Nowadays,
I would
live,
have watched it still.
I would have too, but I had a feeling it was going to be super long, and I didn't want to sit there for the super long.
Yeah,
episode.
because it's like Buja and Friends, so it's like,
Yeah, which
he
everybody
comes
was
out,
almost
does a
legendary on
song.
the show. Almost everybody was legendary. On
yeah.
the show.
I know Barris and
Barris,
Wayne Wonder and everybody came out.
Marcia Griffith,
Obviously.
Really?
Wayne Wonder, Chronics,
Steph
Coffee,
London, Coffee.
Coco T. The man brought out like every conscious artist that ever lived in Jamaica. I think
Sizzla-
Bob
was
Marley
Sizzla
was
there?
there.
Was Sizzla there?
That's actually true. Yeah, he wasn't there.
Cable
No
Town?
Sizzla, no Jacure.
Cable Town?
I don't know. See, I didn't watch everything either. I watched clips and pieces of the whole thing. But he
Yeah.
definitely he had pretty much the top like
Yeah.
the royalty.
I'm not really a fan of watching concerts on TV.
Me neither.
I don't know how people do it. I think the last
make no
concert
sense.
I've seen. No, that's a lie. I was gonna say Purple Rain, but that's a lie. The last concert I seen was when Jay did his concert,
Black Album,
Black Album.
the Brooklyn in New York.
the documentary.
Yeah,
That one.
not the unplugged, like
The actual show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Black Album documentary.
I can't watch a concert on TV, like the actual show. I'm feeling like Backstreet Boys and some shit like that. Like satellite dish type shit.
I don't think I ever have. Not from front to back, for sure.
Definitely not from front to back.
Like
Yeah.
I've watched, Bob Marley when he brought the two prime ministers together and shit.
Yeah.
But
Oh, actually, one of his but that's a documentary too.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm more of a concert goer. Like
It only makes that doesn't make no sense.
the thing I don't understand, but this is how I show how old my foot is.
I know what you're gonna say.
I don't know how people go to concerts and watch on their phone.
It
Like
doesn't make no sense.
I still haven't figured that part out. Like
Yo, our phones are
extension of us.
yes, it is part of our body now. We are cyborgs.
the thing I when I talk to some cats, they're like, if you don't film it, nobody's gonna believe that you did it. But I'm like, who are you? You know you did it.
What did we do before?
You know
what
what I
did we do
mean?
before? What are you talking about? Nobody's gonna know. What did we do before?
I go to concerts all the time, and I told you guys I went to see
Anderson .Paak.
Anderson .Paak, and off of the strength of that, I already bought my tickets for it when he comes back in June. Like
See,
I already
was
done
that
that.
good?
Madness.
Yeah, that was the next thing about the Buju with the level of production that I was seeing in the clips looked like it was a big show. Like it looked like the awards
Event, eh?
It was
Oh,
an
for
event.
sure.
Well, the
That's
stadium
10
was
years
full.
in the making, bro.
Yeah,
The man did a whole 10-year stretch.
I'm gonna ask you a question that's been going on in the internet and it's in the music. Do you think? Because I think what did Buju they say they had 50,000? Is that it?
50,000 what?
People
Okay.
attended. Is it 50 or 500?
No. It's not 500.
It's
So
definitely
it's like
not
a
500.
soccer stadium. So 50 sounds about
50,000?
right.
They saying if Cartel coming out his first concert can't do that.
No.
You don't believe so?
No.
I think he could do it.
No way. Because Buju...
Why not?
Because there's generations of Buju fans. My mom would have went to go watch that show. My mom's not
Yes.
going to go watch Cartel.
I'm thinking only
My older sister would have went to go watch.
economically is
I-
the only difference.
No. I would have went to go watch Buju. I would not go to go watch Cartel.
Me and you are on the same page on that, but
So-
that doesn't mean that there isn't a bunch of other people that would do the opposite.
Well, I mean, if you're asking me the question, I don't think he has a fan base like Buju. Because Buju's
He
fan
shouldn't.
base goes from the 80s.
And I think it's more targeted.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other, I asked this question of somebody else, and what they said is the quality of fans, but the numbers I think he could get. His first concert out of prison, I think he could get the numbers.
I don't think
but you're
so.
going to get a much
maybe 10
younger
years
fan
after.
base.
Maybe 10 years after. But he doesn't have those timeless classics like Buju.
Definitely not. I agree.
So it's like, no, it's not even close.
Okay.
I don't think it's even close.
Case closed.
Yeah.
I don't think it's close. I mean,
I'm
I
not
could be
saying
wrong.
that he's on the same level as Buju. I'm just thinking of the circumstances
Yeah,
included in that, and that he's from prison, still one of the biggest artists in that country and around the world, biggest in his genre.
I think it's because the genre that he makes is still big. Because the stuff that Butcher was doing that music is not even popular anymore.
No, it's classic.
It's just
stuff.
legacy music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
classic
Cartel,
stuff.
the reason why he's still popping is because he's still making current microwave music.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
What's the big song Cartel had last year?
I couldn't tell you, but I
Exactly.
don't listen to that music no more as much as I used to. I do believe he has a very strong worldwide fan base. I
Oh,
just
for sure.
remember before when they paid him to do a concert in Miami and he couldn't leave Jamaica, and it was a satellite screen they did it from.
Yeah.
So things like that tells me his draw is pretty big internationally. I'm not saying again he's on the level talent wise or even legendary status of a Buju, but considering the circumstances of a man coming out of prison and he's still that popular, I could kind of see it.
I just know that there's a lot of people from Canada that I know personally that went to go see Buju
too.
that would not go see Cartel. Maybe
Yeah, but I'm also I also know people on the opposite end of that spectrum.
Yeah,
They will
I'm
go
sure.
for Cartel, but they're not going for Buju.
one or two. I mean, if
And some of them, it's probably, like, again, some of them can't afford to go for Buju either. Because
Yeah.
that's going to be a higher ticket.
that's true.
For
Yeah.
sure. But it was a curious question. One of those generational arguments.
I don't think, on the flip side, I don't think you'll ever see something like that in hip hop, though.
No.
Never, because the amount of people that go in and come out, you've never seen.
Yeah, well, you're gonna
We're not missing nobody.
Go watch Shine.
Like
This guy. I think that was probably the highest profile one of all.
Yeah,
right?
nah. You'd have to bring Tupac back
this
from
is
the
the
dead.
thing, though, because if you look at Butcher in his genre, he is like one of the most legendary artists in reggae music. Period.
Yeah.
So if you gotta compare him to somebody in another genre. Yeah. Like if friggin' Bon Jovi went to jail for 10 years, he'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
If Jay-Z went to jail for 10 years and came out, he'd probably do the same thing.
Those levels.
But you can't say like, friggin'
you can't send up the B team for that.
Lil Uzi Vert or even Bobby Shmurda. Bobby Shmurda comes back, like, you know what I mean? It's not. You got to have that kind of. You have to have the legacy before you go in.
Go in. This is a fact. Yeah. That's a fact. Yeah, interesting question. But do we have another topic? We did have one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Drop it down.
I was saying, what do you think the importance, if any, of a beat tag is? And do you guys have beat tags, or have you ever thought of making one?
I thought of making one earlier. Like my favorite one at the time was Just Blaze.
Just Blaze is heavy.
But then it got to a point where
actually.
what I appreciated more is trying to figure out who the producer was. But then again, I had more patience in the music. You know what I mean? Like I used to love hearing something for the first time and guessing who made that beat and like patting myself on the back saying, "Yeah, I got that."
I could almost always tell with Neptunes, but I wasn't really good at that game.
Back in the day, it was easier though.
Remember when we were listening to 2 Chainz album? I'm like, yo, this sounds like Pharrell.
Yeah.
And then it
was
Pharrell. It was?
Yeah.
I still live and breathe by that. Like I still dissect producers that way, but I always find it when I get it wrong that I'm more intrigued. I'm like, all right, so you picked up X, Y, and Z techniques from so and so, and you're doing this. Okay, let me dig into your
rest of your catalog.
Yeah, and see what's going on from there. So for me, I'm not big on beat tags, but I totally understand why people put them in because that's your calling card. Like if you're not known, then how are you going to get work if people don't know that you did this beat or you did that beat? And if you don't have an artist who tags you in the song.
So when you were thinking about it, what was the reason that you didn't bother to do it?
I didn't bother to do it because when I listen to a beat, I don't want to hear my name or anything about me over and over again. I wanted the music just to be the music. And then the way I listened to the beat, I wanted to force people to do that, which was very egotistical on my part because most people don't listen to the rhythms the way I do. Like I'm atypical. If I was more of in the marketing part of it, I would have definitely did that and got more work done off of the strength of doing something like that. Most of the times when I was working with the artist would have to tell somebody else that
you made the beat,
that Snooze did that beat, or Snooze did that beat. You know what I mean? But
as you say, marketing, I think that's the difference for me. I don't have a beat tag currently, but the people that I'm servicing my beats to know where it's coming from, and they're not really like I don't feel like it's getting lost in a shuffle. There's a relationship prior to me even sending
and that's also another thing. I'm optimistic that it goes back to camps. You know, like people would go. You know, like how people would go to DITC and get that. They would go to beat miners and you get a sound. You don't have to tag the beats because you got that from them. You know what I mean? Alchemist and
Alchemist has a beat tag.
Yeah, he doesn't use it as often anymore though.
No, it doesn't have to.
Exactly the point.
But the thing is, I find that there's a time and a place for them, even with the producers that have them. Because I just made one recently, but I don't use it on every beat. Yeah. Like for example, if I'm putting out an album, I don't have to tag every beat
because it's your album.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But if I'm just like throwing out a Lucy or something, and I'm not credited on the beat, and I don't want people to know that I made it, then I don't mean credited on the back end. I just mean like people don't know I made it, or I'm not. Maybe I'm not on the cover art, or they don't mention me in the song. Then I start to throw it in there. But the thing about my beat tag, it doesn't say my name on it. It's just like a car. It's like a, like you said, it's like my calling card. And over time, I just want to know that when you hear that, that's
There's
me.
a beat.
Yeah.
I totally get it, and I think that works better.
Yes.
One of my recent favorite producers out of Soul Council, Ninth Wonders camp, Eric G. He uses a synth in every one of his beats. It's just like a one note riser, and he just sprinkles it in the beat
Somewhere.
So it's not like how most tags are at the beginning of the beat.
Yeah.
And so like he does it. You could be 2.5 minutes in, then you hear it, and you're like,
Some Easter eggs.
I'm trying to tell you.
Kill me.
As Slang knows, like, I'm all about that biased lifestyle. Best ideas are stolen. So if I ever make a
Don't kill
beat
me.
tag, you're going to have to search it out in the rhythm.
Both of you guys just gave me ideas, but I think it's better when it's embedded in the beat.
And it's surprising because you would think that you're using that same sound, that it won't fit for everything.
Yeah, that's the interesting part.
That's why
as a producer listening to it, that would definitely be the interesting
Yeah, that's...
I think I want to get a beat tag, but it's when I get to the point of sending beats to people who I don't like. I think it's going in a bucket of beats, and I don't want it to get lost. And even then, I don't think I will do it for every beat I'm sending them.
No, of course.
It'll be a feel thing, like everything else on the beat.
Yeah.
It feels like it needs one, then it needs one.
So question, since you don't have one currently, do you have an idea of what you're looking for in a beat tag for yourself?
To be honest with you, right now, I think, and I might be giving it away and forget it and never use it.
That's why you're doing it on the pod, because
That's
hopefully you
right.
can play it back and remember still.
I kind of want it to be a kissing of teeth,
Yeah. But a long one. That's what I kind of wanted to do.
I love that idea
Something
though.
like
It
that.
is
Slang, you want to beat. But I won't even say the name. That's the kissing of teeth.
Oh man,
Something like that.
I hear it and I actually really like that as
chops.
I hear that and I actually like it. I was when I was looking for one, I was actually looking through the songs that I did with the artists that we were working with, and I was just like, I was going to take a couple of them
Yeah.
and chop up when they said my name to make a verse, not a verse, like make a line, from that. So like, I'll have like 4 artists and then splice, and take all 4 of them and turn it into one tag.
No, that's tough. Actually, that sounds like a good
I
idea.
did one. I mean, I had an idea before I had the one that I'm using now. A-Sun did a verse on Cypher Soze's album, and he said he wasn't even really talking about me. He said a couple shark fins on the beat, basically saying them two are eating the beat. So I cut that, and it just said shark fin on the beat. And I was using that for maybe about 3 beats.
Such longevity.
And I'm like,
totally.
fuck it. But this one I think I'm going to stick with it still.
I don't even think there's nothing wrong with having more than one.
No, a lot of them do, like Murder on the beat, so it's not nice.
Yeah.
And then they have, here's another one, Murder. He says something else that says Murder. And then there's the Metro Boomin wants some more, nigga.
Yeah.
And then it has, if Metro don't, what do you say?
If Metro don't-
If Metro don't
Future?
trust you, then.
Yeah.
So, like, a few people have more than one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, again, I guess we're kind of saying the same thing. It depends on what level you're or who you're sending your beats to and all that jazz. You may not want to get lost in a shuffle, but it's not necessary.
I like the ones that just, they sound good. Like,
Yes,
and then
it's musical in a way.
Yeah, it's gotta has to go to the beat, and it has to like.
It has to add something to it.
Because pretty much, if not all, almost 90% of all newer producers, Boy Wonder doesn't have one, T-Minus doesn't have one, but like
Tay Keith got
Tay
one.
Keith has one.
Excuse me.
Any other newer trap quote
Tends
unquote
to have
producers tend to have them, which is I totally get it.
But
it.
do
Because
they
there's
have
so
one?
many of them.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
differentiate.
The thing is, do they have one because it's trap, or do they have one because they wanted one? Like,
I feel like
because I think like, is it like you have a tag because that is part of trap music, rather
I see what
than
you're saying. I see what you're saying.
like can you be a trap producer and not have a tag? Like that is pretty much what I'm
Yeah,
asking.
Boy Wonder.
Is
But
he a
boy,
trap producer? He does more than trap, though.
No, but so does a lot of these trap producers.
It's true.
True.
You know what I mean? So,
I don't even think of Boy Wonder as a trap producer.
no, he's not. But
all.
he makes some of the biggest trap songs in the world.
This is true.
And just like I said, Murda Beats is a trap producer, quote unquote. But the songs, some of his biggest songs are not trap songs. He's worked with Party Next Door, Drake, and those aren't trap songs. And those ones don't have his tag on it.
I guess that's how you
know.
I guess that's how you differentiate the brand. You know what I mean?
What you're saying though, that is
Nike
because
and
it's trap,
Jumpman.
they tend to put the tag.
No, I feel like it's just got to fit to the beat. It's got to fit to the beat and have that same vibe. I believe.
Does 40 have a tag?
Nope.
No,
I didn't think so.
Nope.
Again, he makes some different type of music. 40 doesn't need a tag though either.
Nobody.
Like his music was
nobody
always
that
different.
Nobody that we're talking about needs a tag
Well, because we know their names.
now.
Yes.
But coming up, maybe. And the thing is, a lot of these guys got their tags from their biggest records.
That's true.
The artist is saying, Metro Boomin, that's Future saying it. So, he already, you know what I mean?
It's
Future
familiar
made
to
his
people
tag.
anyway.
So, and thing with Murda, that's Baka. Murder on the beat, so it's not nice. He's already got to a point where it's like, I'm already have
That's
a name.
actually Baka's name too. Not nice.
Yeah.
That's the funny part of it. That's
It's
how
It's
it's
a double
going.
tag.
It's a double tag. It works for both of them. But that's why Baka has a new EP. Because every time they hear it, they hear not nice too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just something I was wondering because my homie Future Wave has one. We were talking to Future Wave. We're gonna get him on the show.
Seen.
Bozak has one.
Seen.
And they're not trap producers by any stretch of imagination.
No.
I don't think I've ever heard
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Even in that, as you say that, I'm thinking if I'm just thinking within the producers that I know that's on the same wave as me, I might as well have a tag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if they have a tag. Unless everybody has a tag, and I'll be the one guy who doesn't.
I'm not gonna lie. Still, I did it for the recognition, but I did it in a way that it's like you got to know who I am to recognize the tag because it doesn't say my name.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like if anything, it's gonna be like if you keep hearing beats from me, it's gonna be like, oh, he's the guy with that tag.
And you'll either know who he is or you won't.
Yeah. And by the way, my tag is my daughter. It just says, ew, yuck.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. And then, so eventually,
I did the same thing. I had my daughter do one for me, and then she was like, play my song.
Yeah.
And I was like,
tough.
I'm like, no, kid. You know what I mean? Like her attitude is a bit too much on that. I was like, she literally was gonna diddy me. Like I did the whole beat. She come, I put her tag on it. She's like, yeah, that's my beat. So
Rightfully so.
A lot of people have the kids doing it.
Yeah.
I think cardiac. What is it?
It's Cardo.
No,
Wings.
it's cardiac. But I think his cardiac thing is a kid saying cardio or something like that.
Well, that's the trend.
And then there's
part of that,
even
it is
Future
a
Wave.
trap
Future
culture.
Wave's his daughter says Future Wave. You know what I mean? So it's better than you just saying, "Hey, this is my beat."
Don't kill me. That would be jokes as a tag, though.
hi, my name is.
I'm gonna get some old Jamaican grandmother lady to kiss her teeth. And that's
You don't
gonna
even
be
have to go any place. Like literally, you could just stand outside and catch that live and direct.
It's gonna be funny as hell, though. Well, yeah, that's a good question. Though.
Yeah, I'll just record my pop snoring.
Oh,
Snooze on the beat. Hit him with the heavy snore. The whole sleep apnea snore. You know what I mean? Like
the
deep
producer's gonna hear this and
sleep.
be like, "Yo, I'm changing my name to Snooze." Get my dad to snore.
You know what I mean?
I'll take it.
Don't sleep. You know what I mean?
I think it's cool. I think it's like cool, like a little, like you said, like what's his name, the little Easter egg idea.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
That is
still,
cool.
like I mean, I like the brazen, like, yo, this is my beat, my name is on it too.
Yeah.
If it sounds good, or if it's like has a little jingle that makes you want to say it. Yeah. But I don't think they're necessary, but it's just something else.
Something to
Yeah.
consider.
It's
It's a marketing tool.
Yeah,
It's a marketing tool.
Yeah, like from the last time I was here, and I was like, I don't even have a IG for the beats. I did it.
Yes,
I did
that's
it.
right.
I put up,
That's right.
got the IG page up, and
Tell the people what it is.
yes, it's very simple. SP Snooze on Instagram. That's pretty much it.
If you could spell, you should be able to find it.
SPSNOOZE. Starting to try and put up beats daily.
Oh yeah, daily.
The game plan, because you have so many beats in the tuck. It's
true.
just
That's
a
true.
matter
It's true.
of actually putting them up there. My sensei for doing that is, you guys follow Knots on Instagram?
Yes.
That guy makes like an album a week. That
That
guy's
guy makes
I
me
don't know
not
if I
want to
do.
make beats, B.
I don't know if I follow him. I'm gonna follow
Oh,
him.
follow him.
this guy's
He doesn't
ridiculous.
make me want. Every time I listen to his beats, I'm like, what am I doing? What
I-
am I
I-
doing? What am I doing?
He actually
What am I
did
not
something
doing?
where I actually wanted to throw away my machine. You know, like when
Knots
I
the
made,
ruler.
I made.
What is this again?
Knots the ruler.
Yes.
Is that what it is? I can't even
Yeah,
remember.
but I
off
think
the
it's
top.
private. Yeah, is it private?
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's probably
You have to be accepted.
yeah.
He's
so-
regal like that.
He should be, man.
Yeah,
but like,
indeed.
I chopped a sample. I was so proud of this beat that I did. I was like, yo, this is probably the best one I did in like a week and a half.
And then came nuts. Then
Oh,
came
my-
nuts. And then came nuts.
The thing, he hears beats in a different way. Like,
That's what I'm saying. When he plays a sample and then plays you the beat,
It's like, yo,
what's wrong with this guy?
where did you hear that, fam? What are you smoking?
This is
And
it.
where do I find it?
Because I need a pound of that. Like not now, but right now.
right? No, yeah. Follow.
Like, but
follow Nuts
he
the
would
Ruler.
he'd post like 3 beats a day,
That's
light
true.
work, and you're probably not even
He's
hearing
putting
every.
it in, man. I first
Prolific.
heard Nuts when he did first start to appreciate him when he did a project with Cardi, and Cardi wasn't the greatest on there, but those beats, be
Yeah, I've
big up
always
Cardi same way, but those beats, buddy.
I've always been a fan. Like for a long time, I've been a fan of Virginia producers as a whole.
They're up there.
Oh, for
as
sure.
a whole,
Yeah.
and
It's a good squad out there.
this is problems. So, but when I got into him, and I was like, whoa, I need more of this music. And then, fortunately, technology has gotten us to a point where if you like a producer, please follow them. They need to get more people
That's
to hear
a
that. So,
fact.
I'm not just saying this for me, but for all producers. If you like 1 or 2 beats, follow.
Why not?
And then, so it helps producers know what type of stuff is resonating with people out there. You know what I mean?
And it'll break up your feed of Kardashians, the Shade Room, and just general fuckery on IG. Every now and then you'll get a follow producers and artists. So every now and then you get something beautiful to either listen to or see, other than the stupid shit.
Yes.
So I agree, 100%.
Definitely.
I got an off music, off producer question for the madam. Sports.
Right, we're almost at playoffs. How the man them feeling about the home team?
Home team's solid.
You think we're good to go?
Good to go.
Fair, I think
I'm
pretty-
actually only concerned.
Predictions.
The only concerned is we are settled in the second seed. I don't see us getting
No, I
that
don't
first
see
seed
it either.
at all. I don't see us dropping to third because I don't.
No, I don't see that.
I don't see it happening. I'm actually concerned about the matchup because of
Who
the
we playing
way
first right now?
Brooklyn, I think.
Brooklyn or Detroit.
Yeah, both of them are
Detroit's 6.
tough for us.
So, as of right now, we'd be
But
playing.
it's very close. I think it's a half game or 1 game.
Yeah.
I'm actually concerned because the Raptors haven't beat Detroit.
Yeah,
We've also
and their old
never
coach.
played them at full strength.
Yeah, but
I just think Casey knows our thing.
I don't even think that. I think because it's Toronto, he actually coaches.
Oh, don't kill me.
No, straight goods. I think Casey's similar to me in the sense of spite.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know, like how spite like is part of my breakfast.
No.
I think he's similar to that.
This guy said part of his breakfast.
No,
King
straight.
Petty.
Oh, King Petty. Like I would change my name if I wasn't Snooze for so long. I think because of that, his team works for him the same way.
I
You know,
kinda
like
agree.
like they kicked Blake Griffin out of sunny LA to Detroit. All he got is ball right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Plus, he's probably got better music up here at being
okay.
close. You know what I mean? And you know he's got people playing well right now. But I don't.
But in a
bel-
7-game series,
this is the fact.
Yes, I
can't
don't
beat
see
us 4
Detroit
times.
or Brooklyn beating us in a 7-game
But
series.
Brooklyn plays hard every night. They're coached up. Like I'm actually surprised at how well coached Brooklyn is.
Either of those
play-
series are not going more than 6.
Playoffs is when you determine the man from the pick me them. And we have first of all, we have 3 champions on our team, 2 defensive defensive players,
Yeah,
winners.
Marc Gasol and Kawhi. Yeah.
So
Wait,
like,
didn't Ibaka ever win that? He never won DPOY?
he was pretty close. He was
Okay,
close
he was
on
in the running,
OKC.
I know that.
Yeah, he was close. I mean, we have 3 champions. I don't want to count Patrick McCaw, but he is a champion. But you know what I mean? Like Kawhi Leonard is a different animal in the playoffs, and he said it out of his own mouth. Like this is pickup ball until it's playoff time. This is just pickup ball.
You know the one thing, because of the time I wake up, I never used to watch a lot of West Coast games, so I never got to watch as much Kawhi as I got to this year.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of us.
That dude is.
I knew.
Effortless.
Damn, bro.
But the thing, there's knowing and knowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now I
knew he was better than DeRozan.
No,
but now
Why did you have to bring that up?
Hey,
Nobody's compared. But we were just talking about how good he is. Why you got to bring somebody else into the conversation? We were just saying, yo, hit the edit button. We're not even bringing that part in here.
I'm bringing it.
On my 2K team, they're both still on it, okay? I couldn't do it. I couldn't trade it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not we're going to get out of the first round. I'm not worried about that. Second round is going to really tell the tale.
I think every team
are going to
outside of
finals.
Milwaukee is the
That's
same.
the only
It's the problem.
team. Yeah,
They're
that's the only one
every whoever it is.
I don't
is
fear Philadelphia. I still think the Celtics have a giant that might be sleeping somewhere underneath the stadium.
No.
You don't believe in them at all?
No.
I don't believe in them.
Don't
The
believe in
earth is round. I
don't
dropped
kill
the
me.
man from my fantasy
Oh, don't
team.
kill
You know how I roll.
No, they can't.
I don't believe in him. That dude is supremely talented. I'm not taking that away from
100%.
him. But I don't think the team.
Yeah, he's the only one on the team I believe in.
Yeah, everybody else, if they show up, like I
Maybe
personally,
Al Horford because he's a vet.
yeah, the rest of the team
Can't
is.
discount Tatum though, but he's been shaky.
Yeah,
this
but
year.
He's
like-
been shaky ever since they bring Brookfoot.
Yeah.
Brookfoot changed that
this
team.
guy said Brookfoot.
He
Hey,
changed
watch.
it. Hey, what?
Oh man.
Yeah, like,
okay. Well, no,
I don't believe in any of
so
those.
predictions. Did you guys say conference finals at least?
Yes.
I say conference finals. I say finals.
You say finals.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
You
bold.
say
Especially since
Definitely conference.
Mirotic is out, Malcolm Brogdon is out.
But they'll be back by playoffs.
No.
No?
Brogdon's done.
Mirotic
season?
is not going to be back by the time playoffs start either.
I thought he's only
He'll,
like
he'll,
2
be,
to 3
he'll probably
weeks.
back second round.
Second round?
Yeah.
And then somebody else is out. Oh, DiVincenzo is gone for the season. Who was out?
Yeah, like
Yeah. So,
Well, I'm gonna say.
so that's going to bruise them up. That's going to bruise them up. You know what I mean?
definitely
But the only thing I'm only-
conference finals.
I'm feeling conference finals. I'm actually only concerned about basketball stamina. Like, considering the Raptors have never gone that far, played so many games that deep
we have different man.
They have.
And we
They
have
have.
different man.
to finals.
No, I mean, we're 2 games away from the finals.
Yeah.
So
And
we've gone
set
conference
it's a
finals.
different set of man that have, like you said, 3 champions. Ibaka's been in the finals before.
Yeah.
We have guys with experience.
I can't lie. I like the makeup of the team. Like,
On paper, they should be going to the
Not even
finals.
about paper. It's
I'm not-
about that man with the big hand. Kawhi Leonard. I'm putting my whole at him and Pascal Siakam. Obviously, Larry has to show up, but he doesn't have to do as much as he did.
Siakam
was a
has to prove it
surprise.
to me. That's to
But
prove it to me.
But
when
then
I
he
the
plays, he like you don't. They do call
Game's not
plays
that
for
fast.
him, but a lot of it is garbage buckets. He leaks out, he's gone. You know what I mean?
That's
he
what I'm
gets a
saying.
steal.
That slows down in the playoffs. So
No, but
I got to see it.
Yeah, but like a steal's a steal.
You're right.
You're still those transitions.
And he's the first one down whenever they get a rebound, these type of things.
yeah.
and I think
This
even
has
all
to
like
happen.
last year they would have been fine if Van Fleet was healthy.
No, he wouldn't have been fine.
LeBron.
It's LeBron. And that's the thing. I
And
don't
what
understand.
I can't say that because watching the Celtics series, like
Yeah, but you can't say that because that's the only person that's beat us in the last 4 years.
yeah, but I think they were beatable.
Of
course, they lost.
Yeah, they
lost
were.
3
We
times
should
out of
have
4.
Beat them. We should have on paper. That's what
No,
on paper.
I don't think we should.
You know,
I didn't think we were
should
going to
have
beat them.
yo.
I don't think we were going to beat them. I didn't
Going
think,
into it,
No,
and I believed that our team beat.
Yeah,
I
when they lost
should
that
have
first
listened.
game.
That last
I was
year
all
we should have
saying.
beat
I was
them,
saying
but
like,
LeBron-
yo, I hope we don't meet the Cavs in the second round
Well, I was saying that too,
because
but I still, I just believed it would have been an easier route.
listen, DeRozan,
speak.
I don't know.
Yo,
I put people know me. I'm a Raptors fan. I'm a DeRozan fan.
Yeah.
But I put most of that loss on his back. Everyone knows who knows me personally knows I was a Dwayne Casey fan when no one else was.
no, I was with you with that. I was a fan.
So
of
now
his.
when-
I'm not a bad. I think he's a good coach. I would have rathered him this year too. But anyway,
You know what I mean? Saying so, it's like who are you gonna put the blame on? The person that wasn't even good enough to be in the end of the game when OG Anunoby was guarding LeBron and doing a good job and brought us back in the game, or DeRozan that's on the bench and did nothing.
You can't argue it. You can't argue.
Yeah, you can't. That's the point.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I'm
can't
saying.
argue.
DeRozan is
You
not
can't.
good enough to be the best player on a championship team.
Well, that's a fact.
Simple as that.
That's a
So
fact.
we made
y'all
changes.
people, like y'all
That's a
people
fact,
don't.
though.
I'm not arguing. Y'all people don't leave untold facts. Is what I'm trying to say. Like everybody in this room, we all could look. We could put our hand in a bucket and all would have said, "Yo."
Same thing.
So what are we sugarcoating? Why are we sugarcoating?
Yeah.
Who's DeRozan to us?
Father
Who's
Fizz,
DeRozan?
He's doing the real hat trick.
What are you talking about? Look how much man.
Okay, off of that.
He's the greatest raptor
And-
ever, man.
No, he's not.
Hey, they actually.
No, he's not.
Okay.
It's gonna be
No, he's
Vince,
not.
but Vince and then
He's the most accomplished Raptor. You could give him that.
yeah.
He's not the
Do you
greatest
think they
Raptor.
should retire Bosch's jersey?
No.
No.
Good. All right. That's I don't
The
need to
only
talk
two
about
jerseys
that.
that they
Vince
should
or
retire.
DeRozan.
The
Those are
only
Vince and
two,
DeRozan.
and I'll put Larry up there too.
Really?
What do you mean? Larry's been here just as long as.
Yeah, I know, but I'm actually just surprised.
It's not the same. It's not the same building. DeRozan was drafted by us. Built.
Yeah, it doesn't
Act-
matter.
It
Doesn't
does
matter.
to me, and it's not the same amount of time. It isn't. That's what I'm saying.
No, but it's gonna be.
Oh, when
Or
you're
roughly.
right. Yeah. If now we go to the finals, I would agree.
Yeah, but Lowry's the best point guard the Raptors have ever had.
Is he?
Just as okay,
That
okay.
best
In the
rap-
same way,
in the same uniform
in
when
the
they
same
played
way
here.
we say DeRozan is the best Raptor of all time. He's the most accomplished point guard of the Raptors.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if you're gonna retire DeRozan, why would you retire Lowry?
I think
He has more All-Star appearances than than DeRozan. Like
I just think DeRozan is a no-brainer because of the story as well. And
No,
what
he's
he is to the
definitely a
franchise.
no-brainer. He's
I just don't think Larry's a no-brainer. And so that's why I think it's arguable.
I don't think it's.
I personally, I would say if they were folding up them tonight, DeRozan go up in the rafters. I don't know about Larry.
I would say there's 3 Raptors that go in the rafters as of today:
Vince.
Vince Carter, Kyle Lowry, and DeMar DeRozan. That's it.
What do you say, Snooze?
I am strong with Vince. I am strong with DeRozan.
Yeah.
Father Finn convinced me on Lowry.
Yeah, it's
convi-
arguable. It's
he
arguable.
convinced me on Lowry.
Yeah.
But what is there to argue, though? I don't say what's there to argue.
Like I said, I don't think he's done enough. Me personally, I don't feel like.
If that's
but-
the case, then no one's done enough.
But okay, but that's like saying you should put what's his name there? Let's say put Bosch in because he's the best power forward.
No,
ever.
because he's never done nothing for us.
he took us to our first playoff.
No, he didn't.
No, isn't he the not first playoff? The furthest. No.
Nope.
In years. It was in years. He brought us back to the playoffs. That's what I should
Yeah,
say.
he brought us to the first round and we got wiped by.
Don't get me wrong.
by
I
Vince
wouldn't
Carter.
put Bosch up there either.
But
Okay,
I'm talking about for
Antonio Davis.
What about it?
Not Antonio Davis. What's the guy Davis we had? Which Davis? We had a Davis back in the day.
Antonio Davis.
Yeah, we did.
We had
The
Antonio
center,
Davis.
the center
Yeah.
forward. Him and Vince and Tracy
No,
McGrady.
no, they didn't. They didn't do it for 5 years straight. They didn't bring us to the conference finals.
Not to the finals, but they got us.
They didn't bring
the
us even
furthest
to the
in-
conference finals.
At the time.
Okay, they
Or
went.
Damon
That was
Stoudemire.
once.
Even the
Nope, he
point
left
guard.
after 2 years.
Yeah.
We're talking about a guy that's been here for 7 years, and we've been in the playoffs for 5 years straight. And the only person to knock us off is LeBron for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
So he brought us to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
He's a 5-time All-Star on the Raptors.
Yeah, I don't put him as in the bringing us to the finals. That's DeRozan to me. Just because he was a second player, was he
What do you mean?
producing? Was he producing that season?
What are you talking
in
about?
the playoffs?
The Lowry has produced more than DeRozan.
Averaged out.
Exactly. So
But
if
there
you're
are
going to
a
put
couple-
DeRozan there, how could you not put Lowry there?
But I told you why. Because DeRozan started here.
That
He was
doesn't matter.
drafted here.
It doesn't matter.
That does have it has to matter because you're counting years.
Okay,
He
so
has more
why
years.
is Bosch retired in in Miami? Why Shaq retired in L.A.?
Well, they won championships there.
Okay, so the person that
That's a big
brought us
difference.
furthest as the furthest on our team as the furthest our team has ever gone, he brought us there.
So you're saying it's because of the furthest, and he's put in the years.
Yes,
That's why he deserves it.
Yes.
I'm just saying it's arguable. I wouldn't put him there, but I hear you. I hear your reasoning, but I just wouldn't.
I couldn't.
Me as a
I wouldn't. If I'm gonna put DeRozan,
today.
I have to put Larry. They go hand in
Yeah,
hand.
to me, no, I don't agree that it's
They go hand in hand
guys.
because even remember if you wanna, I don't want this to go too long on the sports, but
Yeah.
remember the year when DeRozan got injured. Lowry was still an all-star. Lowry still carried the team.
Yeah.
So Lowry has been the most consistent Raptor in the regular season. Period. Out of any Raptor, maybe other than Vince. I mean, I don't even know if that's arguable.
Did you see me stay quiet?
The most consistent Raptor ever
In the regular season.
in the regular season.
He's always our best or second best player since
Tough
he's
for
been
me
on
to
the
argue
team.
that.
Since he's been on the team. Since Rudy Gay was here, since all these wastemans was here, Lowry's been the only constant.
You make a
Even
good
more than
case.
DeRozan.
Make
Even
a
more
good
than
case.
I'm
DeRozan.
telling you, if I get a speeding ticket, I'm calling Father.
Yeah, you make a good case.
The
for
man
that.
was walking. How you
make a
telling
good
this
case.
man he was doing like 200? And
No, I mean,
160?
yo,
I'm bringing this.
I
man.
just don't.
We all know
what
he-
I definitely don't agree with. I'm not even saying he shouldn't be up there. I definitely don't agree with it's hand in hand with DeRozan. Their path is a lot different.
I don't care about
They
that.
don't-
That's
they-
too much. That's too sentimental.
But you're talking about the Raptors. You're not retiring his number for the league. It's for the Raptors.
Okay, so-
it's much more important to say
No,
that a
because
guy,
now you're saying that you're retiring a man that's still has 5-6 years on another team. So now you're only doing it because he was here for a long period of time. So if Larry stays here for
A long
almost
period.
as long, what's the problem?
Yeah, but what if he doesn't? So that we can't count.
Well, he's already pretty
can't-
close. How long was DeRozan here?
Was it maybe 9 years?
I think this would have been the 10th. Yeah.
Yeah, 9 or 10.
Okay,
or
so
something.
this is gonna be what Larry's
I
6th
think
or
he said
7th year.
6th or 7th year. So there's like 2 more to go.
So
That's
why
the
does
rest
it
of
have
the
to?
contract.
ship him
Why
off
does it have to
if we
match
don't
9
win?
though? Why doesn't it have
I'm
to
not
match
saying
10?
it does. I'm saying that DeRozan was here longer. He was drafted by this team. He became a
That doesn't
star
matter.
on this team.
That doesn't matter.
And
It has to
resigned.
matter.
And
It
doesn't-
resi-
it
It's
doesn't
for the
resigned
Raptors
here.
organization.
No, it
has
doesn't
to
matter. It's about
that has to be part of the
it's
story.
about what that player has done for the franchise.
But right, which is but
'Cause
but
is
that,
Will-
from the ground up though.
Why
D.
does it have to be from the ground up?
I'm not saying it has to be.
He's saying
I'm
that's part of the
why
reason.
he's higher than Lowry to me. I'm not saying.
No, I'm not- hey.
That's why I said it's not hand in hand to me.
I think it is.
because that part of it makes it a bigger difference currently. Currently, what happened? Because Lowry could get traded next year. The way Messiah moves.
He was gonna be
He's
traded
gonna
this year.
And that's my
so
point.
the years don't matter. I'm talking about.
And that's
everything.
why the years do matter. Because if you're here for 7 years and you get traded and you've done the most for the franchise out of anybody, whether you got drafted by them or not, why wouldn't you be in the rafters when it's all said and done? If that's the bulk of your career and that's where you did the most damage and you were a perennial all-star, why wouldn't you be retired?
No, that's not my argument anymore. My argument is hand in hand with DeRozan.
Okay, well, fuck
that's
that.
all I'm saying.
Would you put him in the rafters?
I don't know.
Okay, well then-
currently I can't say it would.
Okay.
But yeah, if it was to end today, nah, I wouldn't put him in there.
I would.
It would be easy for me, like I told you. Vince,
I'm on
DeMar,
like Del Curry or
easy.
Daniel Marshall.
They weren't
Nah,
doing
none
this
of those.
for
For
this
breaking
long,
records
though.
up
They
your
weren't
own.
doing it
none
as
of
long.
those. None of those people. But if somebody told me Lowry, I wouldn't be surprised. Like that's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, I
that's
would
that's the
agree
thing.
with
I wouldn't be.
Actually, I would have because when he said it today, I was surprised. I was like,
That's
really?
that's why.
So, yeah, but after
it's
the
because-
argument, no.
But that's the thing. Like I hadn't even thought of it. It hadn't dawned to me because he's still playing.
You got to think of it.
That's a good point.
Because he's still playing, I never thought about him being in the
That's
Raptors.
a good point.
But
There's-
since DeMar
there's
is
only
done,
three-
Vince is done, that's why it's easy to conceptualize.
There's only 3 All-Stars that have ever re-signed with the Raptors.
He's one of
DeMar.
them.
Exactly. Antonio Davis was an All-Star for 1 year. Congrats.
Screech.
Did he resign?
Go
with
run
us?
up.
He did, right?
No, but he wasn't. He was never an All-Star again. He had one good All-Star
Yeah,
year.
but that wasn't what you said. I was asking,
I mean,
He's resigned
as an
after
All-Star,
being an All-Star?
yes,
Or after being
as
an
an All-Star and
then
continues to
received-
be an All-Star.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know
How many years was he here?
who Antonio Davis. He's
Yeah.
here for a good amount. Them Doug Christie years and.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Sports took us.
We're passionate about basketball like we're passionate about these beats.
But yeah, y'all tell them where they can find you.
yo, hit me up on Instagram, MCDJ Finn, 2 N's, FINN. Also follow Gold Era Music. Just posted a pic, some T-shirts. We're thinking of doing some T-shirts. If you want some, let me know in the comments. Hit us up, DM, whatever. Go to the website, golderamusic.com.
Yep. Get the
And
shirt.
then something there.
And
Yeah.
wear your size.
Like Lieutenant Stitchy.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to put up beats daily. Definitely moving on that. SP Snooze on Instagram. At least get snippets of beats and stuff around that.
If you hear something you like, hit his DMs.
Cause everything for sale.
Got it for cheap. Re-up gang.
I want to say one thing. Like the beats you guys usually hear in the beginning and the end of these podcasts are self-produced. And if you didn't know that already, you should have known. It's all Gold Era beats. We gotta get some Snooze beats up there and so forth and so on. But yeah, Slang Hugh on everything: Facebook, Black Planet, Blood Clot, SoundCloud,
MySpace.
High Five.
everything. You can
Remember
find-
High Five?
High Five, Hip Hop Canada, message board, everything. Slang You everywhere. You can find me.
The name of the album.
Content with Content is up there
Spotify,
on
that's where I go find it.
golderamusic.com, and it's every other platform you can find it, everywhere. So go get that. Oh, anybody working on anything in particular coming out soon?
Yeah, next month, me and Asen are supposed to drop. Don't have a date yet. Pretty much done. Just doing the mixing process, so no rush. Just want to make sure everything's plastic on plastic up. Definitely want to do some vinyl for that, so look out for that.
I am currently working on, I was telling Finn, working on the beat tape. It's going to be called The Slept On.
Scene. That's a good
Slept On
title. I
beat
like
tape.
that.
They giving these man. Somebody's definitely taking Snooze from you, bro. I'm telling you.
They will have to fight.
We are spies.
They don't know about Finn Esquire. You didn't see how we got Lowry up on the rafter? I put Finn on that case right now. You gonna give me your beats?
He's the A-team.
Trust me. What did Freddie Gibbs say? All you need a black band with a red stripe.
Oh, don't kill me. Don't kill me.
If you haven't heard that Fetty album, go listen to it. That is
It's dope. Me personally, not working on anything particular, but I'm collecting verses because I guess I'm working on a compilation. That's my
What
next
about
thing.
Tony thing?
Say again. Oh, yes. Fat Tony and me are working on a project. He's doing the beats, I'm rapping. And the pen ain't moving these days. But we're going to get it. The sun's coming out. It's energizing me like Superman.
Shit.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the Lab Chronicles, episode 6 or 7 or something like that.
7, I believe.
You think it's 7? It's
Yeah,
7?
I think so.
Episode 7. We do this weekly. Check us out. It's the place where the producers chop it up. And we is outie.
Peace.